Just a quick video, I hope you're all doing well. Basically, the basic principle is all compasses are pointing home. The Earth's a flat plane. This is where you're living. Jesus the Sun spirals in and out over the plane, bringing the seasons, placing his light into the holy hole, which has been sucked in by the black sun. It's two sides of the same coin. And this, on the other side here, this would be Hyperborea, and when you go through the centre hole, it's the land of perpetual twilight, so this would be Eden, and your compasses are all pointing to this holy hole. So Jesus the Sun spirals in and out, bringing the seasons, placing his light into the holy hole, being hit in by the black hole sun, and that gives out the kickback, the Australian jet. It's called the Australian jet because this is like the navel of Mother Earth. It's like the sphincter, as that pulses in and out, as the waters suck in and out every 6 hours, brings the tides. So it's like the sphincter hole, so it's the Australian jet. Hits the parabolic mirror, rains down the matrix code. This would be Polaris, the North Star. That stays fixed, it never moves. Yet they say I'm spinning around the sun 1,000 mile an hour, and the sun's going fucking, I think it's 14 million mile an hour, don't quote me on that, something silly like that. And then that's going through the fucking Milky Way galaxy at some ridiculous speed as well. So it'd be absolutely impossible for that North Polaris to stay absolutely centre of the target, centre bullseye, but it does, it never moves. There's time-lapse cameras, it stays perfect, it's always been there, the ancients always seen it the same, it's never moved. Constellations all remain the same, there's no parallax in the stars, you're not moving. You're on a flat stationary plane, just like the ancients now. It's only the last 500 years or so that they've been managing to lie to people, because they had like technology like fucking CGI and everything, and they made fake photographs and fake fucking rockets and stuff saying they was going to the moon that obviously couldn't get past. They say the Van Allen belt's anyway, 300 odd miles, but it's not, it's actually the dome that's over here. Separates the waters above from the waters below. So up here would be like the embryonic fluid, it'd be like the liquid plasma, there'd be bodies above here. I ain't really them on because it was just to explain about the flat earth plane you're on. So there's a mountain range here, you get past the mountain range, all compasses point home, and then you're in here, Eden, and then when you go through here, you go to the other side, it's the etheric plane, that's the spiritual side, that's the black sun. So yeah, Jesus, just a picture of it, spiralling in and out, bringing the seasons, and his light's been sucked into this hole in the centre. They'd be the 4 islands off the centre of the dish, so that's the holy hole in the middle, where the light's been sucked in. Mount Meru would be here, in the centre. But I think Mount Meru is actually this. It is actually the Aurora Borealis coming out. They just put it as a rock. I mean, there might be a magnetic rock there, I don't know, I've never been. But I think it's more to do with the Aurora Borealis, I'm not sure. But the basic principle is though, that Jesus the light, Jesus the sun, placed his light into the holy hole, it's been sucked in by the black hole sun, out comes the Aurora Borealis, rains down the matrix code. That'd be Saturn. Saturn is one of the planets, it's a projection of the black sun, it's a representation of the black sun in this side. All the planets on this side, they're all expressions of the black sun, and Saturn sends down a sine wave. Now the sine wave that Saturn sends down is being taken by the moon, and it's been interfered with, and it's been turned into a square wave, and that's what they're hitting you with. So the moon's poisoning the well, so the moon's sending in as well, like on here, you can see the moon shouldn't be there, the moon shouldn't, it should just be light hole, black hole, astral jet, but it's not, the moon's been implanted and the moon's poisoning the well. So yeah, all the planets have different, like basically it's different frequencies, it's different expressions of the black sun. This should be the main Aeon, from the other side the black sun, Sophia, Lucy, and it's all from the black sun because she's the void of creation, she's like the mother of all creation, everything comes from the black sun, from the etheric plane. What's happened is she wanted to be like the one, so what she done was she created this other side, and she created Saturn as the most high, and Saturn's ignorant because Saturn doesn't like realise about the black sun and that the other side. He goes around thinking he's the most high god because he's the 6th planet up, so he thinks he's the most high, but he's not, he's just part of the black sun like all of us. But everybody's waking back up to this. But if you want to alter anything in this reality, it'd be on this side, it'd be Saturn who you pray to. Well, you don't pray to like ask for stuff. You only pray to thank, because God's all encompassing, and God's plan's God's plan. And you have good times and you have bad times, like everything, because it's polarized on this side. But you know, you thank Lucy, thank Mother Earth, thank Saturn, and you put your intent into Jesus. You speak your intent into Jesus, goes in, rains it back down on you, brings it into reality, goes around a full 360 degrees. You send out elementals, they go in, bump, and they bring the knowledge back, come back into your head, and they give you that knowledge. So you got like that'd be the masculine energy, straight lines. The curved would be the female. So and all that, when like a baby's being developed, when a sperm fertilises an egg, it goes out in the Fibonacci sequence. You join all the centre points of all of them eggs up, the nucleuses, which are like mini black suns, and that'd be the straight energy. Even though it's a female shape, it's got 6 points. The actual straight lines of it, that's the straight energy, and that's the female energy. And half of your brain uses female energy, and half of your brain uses masculine energy. It's you know, it might have been back to front that, but when I was pointing, I weren't really looking about it like that. I was just saying like either side of your brain uses half and half, and them shutting half of your brain off. You're being hit with Saturn's wave that used to be good. Saturn's influence on here used to be good, but they've put this implant in, and now it's like the polar opposite of the sun. And basically what that means is all the stuff that we used to have off the sun that used to be good, they've put this in to make it all bad. It's like the polar opposite of that light. It's not like no, this should be the other side of it, white sun, black sun in the spiritual realm. That's like the polar opposite in the physical realm of everything bad. It's like sucking all your chi energy off you, and it's hitting you with a square wave, and it's draining everything. And then when you die, your soul that leaves your body is being sucked back in like that, and instead of going back through the hole, back into the void, and coming out again, the moon's getting you, and it's just putting you straight back on the physical. You're reincarnating, and you're never getting back through because of this Pac-Man moon going around eating you. The idea would be to get to this centre hole while you're in the flesh, because that moon can't do nothing to you while you're in the flesh, and get into this centre hole while you're in the body, and then you can get out the trap. You can't go out this way because you can't circumnavigate the trap and get out, because the barrier shield, you know, you just end up back in, you can't get out. Like, it's all that's been fought out. Basically, if you die, because the iron grid was over this, as well as, you know, what the ley lines are like, the energy grid. It's like a toroidal field on here. Basically, you can't get out. you die like they've set it up so you cannot escape. The only way to escape it is to get to this hole in the flesh. There's a mass exodus. If you get to Quasi-Luminis' channel and have a look, and there's a lad called the Lamb as well. He's got some good stuff, and so Quasi found it all out for us. And now we've all woke up. So Quasi, the Lamb, and Grim Nasty's got some good stuff as well. There's a couple of things on this channel I don't agree with. I think Quasi was chosen. I'll stick with what Quasi says I do, because everything Quasi's told me to do so far has been really good, and it's improved my life dramatically. You know, I was in and out of fucking the police cells. I got 34 months jail sentence. I was always scrapping. I used to drink. I don't touch a drop of alcohol anymore. I take psychedelic drugs, but they help me spiritually. You know, they've really spiritually advanced me. But before, I used to be into like all them like chemicals, MCAT and E's, and I was always fighting. I was always getting locked up, and it's totally changed my life. The last couple of years now, my life's been absolutely brilliant. I'm happy all the time. I'm sun gazing every day. I only eat plants, and I don't eat a lot at all now. I used to fucking, when I was smoking my weed as well, I mean, I still smoke weed really helps me, but I was just eating shit. I was smoking weed, eating cereal with loads of sugar on, and you just feel like crap. You can't even move, you just sit there feeling fucking horrible after, and it ain't no good. So yeah, the basic principle is, people, all compasses point in. It's alright, I've only just fucking woke up and put the heating on yet. I'm a bit fucking divery. So that's why I probably sound a bit funny. But the basic principles are all compasses are pointing home, and that's why we're going on this mass exodus. So if you're new to this, just type in Quasi-Luminis, or type in the lamb, like that, and then you'll see. And then catch up on reality, and we're all going home. Anyway, love you all, hope you're all doing well. Bye bye, have a good day.